I think looking at food as something that you just need for survival can be a bit of a pessimistic viewpoint. You've probably heard people say food is fuel, and as cheesy as that may be, I agree. Cars need gas or they can't go, and there's all kinds of fuel to put into cars. And I'll be honest, I have no idea why or what's the difference, but I do know there are different kinds of gas for a reason, and that's all we need to know for this metaphor. And if food is fuel, then that means we all need different kinds of foods to give us the ability to do the things we want to do. There are plenty of eating styles and diets circulating the internet, and for a long time, this is where I turned to find an exact meal plan. But I was often left unsatisfied and couldn't stick with it. But I think I finally found the foods that fuel me, that don't make me feel bad mentally or physically. And today I want to show you them. So thank you for bearing with me through that metaphorical intro, and welcome to my grocery haul and what I eat in a day. So I am a firm believer that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and as we enter month 4 of quarantine, I think it sometimes can be the only thing that gets me out of bed. For breakfast, I like to eat something that is both filling but also light on my stomach, as I usually work out after I eat breakfast. My favorite breakfast recently has been 2 scrambled eggs, and I like to add a dash of milk to make them nice and fluffy. On the side, I like to have a half of a bagel with butter, and then lately I have been adding peaches or grapes to my breakfast. I've been loving them this summer, and they are my go-to. And since I'm going to be working out shortly after I eat, I like to go ahead and drink my pre-workout. This is Bloom Nutrition's High Energy Pre-Workout in the Fruit Punch flavor. I really like their pre-workout. It doesn't give me any of the side effects that other brands of pre-workout have in the past. It just gets me nice and energized for my workout. I have been following health pages, fitness pages for so long, and always wanted to be a smoothie person and failed miserably until recently when I finally found my perfect smoothie recipe. So this bag is a pre-mixed bag of mixed fruit from Publix. It has pineapple, mango, peaches, grapes, and strawberries in it. And I like to add a cup of that to my NutriBullet along with a handful of spinach. To get some extra protein in, I add the Quest Vanilla Protein Powder. Once I blend it up, I add my reusable straw because we're saving the environment. So I'm not a big snacker because I eat about 4 small meals a day, so that doesn't really leave a whole lot of room for snacking. But if I do want something on the side, I will have one of these muffins. I showed them in my last vlog, my Quarantine Day in My Life vlog. They're just Krusteaz blueberry protein muffins. They're delicious. So I might have 1, maybe 2 a day. I like to add them as a side to my protein smoothie or just as a snack in between meals. A few hours later, I will have lunch, and this is where one of my biggest tips for eating healthy comes in, and that is meal prep. If you like Chipotle, this is going to be a really great recipe for you. It's incredibly customizable, but I like to keep mine pretty simple. So what I'll do is meal prep some brown rice, and then I will heat up some black beans, and that is the bulk of the bowl. And then on the side, I like to have some sauteed bell peppers. So I usually get anywhere from 4 to 5 bell peppers, cut them up, saute them. And then put them in one of the little containers. Every day when I heat up my meal prep, I like to add some shredded cheese to the rice and beans to make a little, I guess, some kind of Chipotle inspired bowl. I've only been at Chipotle like 3 times. So I heat up the brown rice, the black beans, and add some shredded cheese in there, heat up the bell peppers, and then boom, I have a lunch ready to go in less than 5 minutes every day. It takes me less than probably 30 minutes to meal prep throughout the week, and I can have just 5 healthy lunches ready to go. So at the end of the day, it comes time for dinner. If you've been keeping track or taking any notes, you might notice that the rest of this day has been vegetarian, and that is very intentional. So I've been cutting down on my meat, so I usually will have 1 meal a day with some type of meat, or I won't have any at all. For this meal, I also like to meal prep, so I will buy some chicken tenderloins and some baking potatoes, So I'll preheat the oven to 425 and then start seasoning and preparing the potatoes. I'll add salt, pepper, garlic powder, parsley, basil. I also put some olive oil before I season the potatoes, toss them in a bowl. I put those in for 30 minutes and then I'll turn my attention to the chicken where I'll prepare and season that. That usually takes about 10 to 15 minutes and then I'll put the chicken in the oven with the potatoes and then let the chicken cook for the last 20 minutes of the potatoes. So when my chicken and my potatoes are almost done, I will throw some frozen broccoli into the microwave to steam and then season it once it comes out. Well, this is broccoli making music. Once everything is ready, I now have dinner for the night and for usually about 5 to 6 days after. It is so convenient and allows me to stay on track and have a nice, delicious meal at the end of the day. Treat yourself, and not even treat yourself, just let yourself have yummy things. And for me, I love chocolate. So these are some chocolate chip cookies. It uses yellow cake batter instead of cookie dough. I usually get about 4 dozen out of just one box, and it is super easy to make. I'll put the full recipe in the description box, and they're so good. They make so many, they last forever. I can't recommend this recipe enough. And that is it. That is what I eat in a day. And if you're wondering what the caloric or the macro breakdown of this day is, you're asking the wrong person. I think tracking calories and macros too closely can become quite toxic and damage your relationship with food. I know in the past I've struggled with disordered eating and having a poor relationship with food. So for me personally, I just don't like to track my calories super closely. I really try not to pay too much attention to the numbers and just focus on how the food makes me feel. I fully believe that food should be as fulfilling mentally as it is physically, and you shouldn't be punishing yourself with foods you don't like or restricting yourself. You should be able to eat the foods that you want and not feel bad about it. Don't let misled influencers or marketing schemes lead you to believe that you need to eat an astronomically low amount of calories a day to look the way that you want to look. Everything is good for you. There's no such thing as a bad food. As long as you're enjoying things in moderation, don't feel like you need to restrict yourself or eat an astronomically low amount of calories. Diet culture is incredibly toxic, and you deserve to be healthy and happy eating the things that make you feel that way. So treat yourself with respect and grace and let yourself have that extra cookie, slice of pizza, kale smoothie, whatever it is that makes you happy, let yourself enjoy it. Being happy and healthy looks different for everyone. So don't leave this video thinking that you need to eat like me or that, oh my God, you would never eat like me, because that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is so that you can find foods that make you feel as fulfilled and happy as these foods make me. And I'm sure that will look different for you and your friend and your mom and your dad and everyone else, because remember, food is fuel. And for some reason, cars need different fuels. And that means that we need different foods. So to end this video, I just want to say, don't go on a diet. Find a healthy and sustainable way of eating that makes you happy, makes you feel good. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below what your favorite breakfast, lunch, dinner, drop the whole meal routine, drop your what I eat in a day video, tag me in it, so we can all share recipes. I also want to say, I am not a good cook. I will never claim to be one. I am not claiming to be Martha Stewart, although my last name is Stewart. I just want to get that across. Hey, buddy.